What's going on, folks? It has been a while since I've posted, but welcome back to the YouTube channel, and I hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving with your families. Even more so, I am excited for Christmas. Hope you guys are as excited as I am. I have some things on my wish list. There's a lot going on right now throughout the NBA, NFL, and MLB. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 things that I have on my wish list for this holiday season. I'm going to start on the back end of the list, though. I want the Kawhi Leonard talk to stop. Kawhi Leonard is becoming wildly overrated, and I'm not here for it. I'm hearing him being compared to the likes of Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Well, let's keep it real. Really, for the first half of his career, he was more of a Scottie Pippen. He's not reached that Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James level yet. He's had a couple good years being a good scorer. If you look at his numbers, they're pretty comparable to DeMar DeRozan's. I get that he plays DPOY defense. He was the best player on a championship team. But let's be real, he's done it one time. He hasn't done it 3 times like LeBron, 5 like Kobe, 6 like Jordan. The thing about it is, I get that he had the finals MVP with the Spurs. He wasn't an elite player at that time. He played good defense on LeBron, but LeBron still averages 28, 7, and 7. If you're going to win a finals MVP just for containing LeBron to his career averages, I get that he was the best player probably in the series, maybe. I mean, Tony Parker was still really good at the time. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, they all played a huge part. We got to give him credit for what he did with the Raptors, but the Raptors are having a pretty good season right now without him. The thing about Kawhi, too, he had a whole year off of basketball when he basically quit on the San Antonio Spurs. I hate that. I want someone who's gone out there like Kobe, like LeBron, like Michael, given their all, 82 games. I get that LeBron's rested before, but the thing about it is Kawhi Leonard's taken this load management to a whole new level. I want Kawhi Leonard to prove to me that he could be the best player on a championship team multiple times while not taking all these games off and relying on his teammates to carry the load throughout the season. Next on the list, I really want the Ravens to stop rolling. The Baltimore Ravens right now, they're dominating the NFL. They're 9-2 on the season, and they're just kicking the crud out of some of the best teams in the league. They rolled over Seattle, Houston, New England. And really, as a Steelers fan, you see all the Steelers stuff in my room, the Baltimore Ravens are a division rival of ours. I do not want to see them in the Super Bowl. If we get a Ravens-Niners Super Bowl again, that's the worst case scenario for a Steelers fan. You have the Niners chasing their 6th Super Bowl, which would tie the Steelers for the most in the NFL. And then the Baltimore Ravens, they're the Steelers' arch nemesis. They're the Joker to Batman. I do not want to see the Ravens win, honestly, for the rest of the season. I would be so content if Lamar Jackson was just kept in the pocket, not allowed to run, was forced to make throws. I'm sure one of these defenses is going to catch on. If they see New England again in the playoffs, bet that Bill Belichick will not find out a defensive game plan to limit Lamar Jackson to really being a pocket passer, which I don't think he's proven he could do. Lamar Jackson is doing phenomenal. He's probably the NFL MVP right now. He's definitely deserving based on the statistics and the Ravens team success. But I'm not really a believer in that defense yet, and I'm not under the impression that Lamar Jackson can make the necessary throws throughout the playoffs. You see every year the final 4 teams in the playoffs usually have one of the top-end quarterbacks. You see the Tom Brady's, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning in the past. Every year, the best quarterbacks are usually there when it comes down to those final 4 teams. I hope the Baltimore Ravens get kicked out immediately in the playoffs. All right, guys, third on my Christmas wish list, I want the Dodgers to make a big splash in free agency this offseason. It's not that we don't have the talent right now. I feel like some poor managerial decisions had a lot to do with our playoff exit. But above all, even more so than management, I think we just need some batters that are really clutch when it comes playoff time. Right now, we have a lot of guys. Cody Bellinger's still a young guy. He just won league MVP. Congrats to him, but he didn't show us that much in the playoffs. I want someone like Anthony Rendon this offseason to come to the Dodgers. He just won a World Series with the Nationals. He played phenomenally all throughout the playoffs, torching my Dodgers, beating the Astros in the World Series, the cheating Astros, by the way. The Astros are a bunch of cheaters. I should add that to the list. I'll do a video on that another time about how the Astros are the biggest cheaters in the history of sports. But Anthony Rendon on the Dodgers, I think, would be a perfect fit. Although we have Justin Turner right now at third base, we'll find a spot for Anthony Rendon in the lineup and out on the field. I promise you, Anthony Rendon, if he were to come to the Dodgers, he would be the difference to get us over the hump to finally win a World Series. He's one of those clutch bats that will make a huge difference when it comes down to those later innings where the Dodgers have often choked in the playoffs. So I would love to see Anthony Rendon. Heck, if we don't, maybe even Garrett Cole, Steven Strasburg. It'd be nice to get another pitcher, because if you just have an excessive amount of elite starting pitching, you're probably going to win the World Series, even if your bats aren't all that incredible. But as we saw, the Washington Nationals, they just torched teams in the playoffs with Juan Soto, Anthony Rendon, and their incredible lineup, even Howie Kendrick, who I've been critical of. But Anthony Rendon to the Los Angeles Dodgers would make my Christmas exceptional. As much as I'd love to have the new iPhone, second on my Christmas wish list is going to be my Pittsburgh Steelers, hopefully, fingers crossed, making the playoffs this season. It has been such an up and down season for us. Started off with us getting whooped by the New England Patriots, Ben Roethlisberger going down for the season. We lost Antonio Brown, the biggest head case in NFL history. We lost Le'Veon Bell. Juju Smith-Schuster's missed time. Tons of people have been injured this season. But the additions of Minkah Fitzpatrick, Devin Bush have made a huge difference. And now, even though in years past it's been our offense that's carried us to the playoffs, the defense has been getting it done, just like old school Steeler football from the 70s, early 2000s. I just love seeing our defense dominate. TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick, in my eyes, they're both Defensive Player of the Year candidates. I think they're playing phenomenal football right now. On the flip side of the exceptional defensive play, the offensive side of the football hasn't been living up to the standard. Mason Rudolph, our third-round draft pick from a few years ago, has stepped in for Ben Roethlisberger, who was injured earlier this year. And he hasn't been doing that great of a job, to be honest. He's been managing games. We've been winning. We're 500 on the season. But last week, our offense was struggling mightily, so we inserted Devlin Duck Hodges. Devlin Duck Hodges into the lineup. They call him Duck because in his free time, he is a duck caller. I'm not going to try to make the noise, but he calls ducks. He's a duck hunter and also our starting quarterback going into this next week in a must-win game against the Cleveland Browns. I am absolutely terrified, but Duck probably will be our quarterback moving forward. I hope that the Pittsburgh Steelers can string together some offense and help out this defense in our aims to make the playoffs. And number one on my Christmas wish list, I hope the Los Angeles Lakers, my Los Angeles Lakers, win the NBA Finals led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The best duo in the NBA. LeBron James right now is balling out of his mind. He's doing exactly what I wanted him to do and leading the league in assists. I think he's one of, if not the best passer in basketball. Anthony Davis is the best defensive player in basketball in my estimations. They're just the best duo, flat out. We're 16-2 as I record this video. I hope that we just dominate the NBA for the rest of the year and clean sweep the Clippers in the playoffs. That would, oh my gosh, that would make it so much more gratifying. If we took out Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, the Clippers who are talking all this smack thinking they're the kings of LA. No, they're not. The Los Angeles Lakers. We are going to add to all those banners we have hung up in Staples Center because LA is our territory, baby. The Lakers have not been playing well these last few seasons. I acknowledge that. Post Kobe Bryant, we've just been awful. But this is the year. We got LeBron. We got AD. Kyle Kuzma, Danny Green, even Dwight Howard. I mean, this is like a dream season right now. Dwight Howard, who was basically one of the biggest disappointments in Laker history back in 2013, has come back to the Lakers after last year pretty much sitting out the entire season with the Washington Wizards. He comes in and he's playing great basketball. We have Avery Bradley, heck of a pickup. Quinn Cook, Rajon Rondo. I mean, we just have great role players surrounded by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And I couldn't be more happy right now. These Lakers are playing exceptional basketball. I want to hear in the comments what you guys want for your NBA team, NFL team, MLB team for Christmas. I want to hear anything that you wish for this holiday season, because it's the season of giving, baby. Who knows? Maybe the NBA gods will give your team a championship, but probably not, because the Lakers are going to take it all. Thanks again for tuning into the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave comments down below on all my previous videos. Let's get this channel lit. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed holiday season.